If you spend any time off-road, you're probably going to bend something or break something or dent something. And not the least of which is panel damage. I wish I could claim that as a victory shot from going around some tree somewhere on some wicked track, but I didn't. It was just some knob and dowel that backed into us with a tray, and I just haven't gotten around to fix it yet. So there's a correct way to fix it, and any panel beater who's watching right now, go ahead and tell your family to plug their ears because you're going to scream. Because the correct way is to pull this whole panel off, take the snorkel off, all the stuff that's inside of there, disconnect the wires, disconnect there, pull the whole thing off, place with a new one, or maybe straighten it out with your correct tools, and then respray it, then reinstall it, and it'll cost you a couple of grand. If you go buy one of these, just the raw metal on there, a brand new one costs you about $600 or $700 plus the labor, plus everything else to get the thing installed. So I'm going to do it the busted knuckle way, and I'm going to fix this with a hammer. Let's get stuck in it. Now the panel damage isn't super bad in here. I've actually pulled this guard off the outside of it and seen what it looks like inside. I did a little bit of trying to do some ghetto paint repair, and there's some PDR. It doesn't look exactly the way I want it to, so we're going to try to clean it up. But before you do any project, you really need to start thinking about how long it's going to take. And there's a rule of projects, all right? And the rule of projects is any project that you start will inevitably have a second project that must be completed before you can go back to the first project and complete that one. Project 2 is also affected by the following project ad infinitum. It lasts forever. So you need to find the limit to what you can do and what you want to do, and truthfully what you need to do. My goal is I want to straighten this piece of the panel out. I suspect I'm going to have to take the whole thing off. And if you think about it, when you are going to take it into a shop, or if you just want to replace that panel yourself, get it from a scrap yard, get it from online or somewhere else, you've got to take it off anyway. It costs you $0 to try to straighten something out. It costs you several hundred to buy a new one. So it's going to come off anyway. Why not have a crack? And that's what we want to do. So in all my research, trying to figure out how to fix this stupid panel, I couldn't find a video on the interwebs, on YouTube, Insta, anywhere that showed how to take off this actual panel here, this fender. Heaps of stuff on how to replace the snorkel. Go with a 4-inch on that if you want to, and stainless on that. But now we're doing this the busted knuckle way. Dig in until you bleed and keep going. Anyway, if you're an actual mechanic, an actual panel beater, throw in the comments below, what's the correct procedure 1, 2, 3, 4 for the next guys that watch this and laugh at me, and also crack a 10 because the rest of this is going to be kind of funny. I got bolts here, there, there, there. I'm going to take off that whole cowl piece on top of there. There is at least 1 or 2 inside the door and probably behind here. So all of this crap's got to come out, or at least the airbox does, and that's always fun anyway. So here we go. So slightly disassembled, full of hopes and dreams I could get access behind here and hammer that out. But yeah, nah, panel's got to come off, which is going to be fun because I've got bolts there, 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 there. There's one under that. That whole thing's got to come off. There's some underneath. There's at least one inside the door. And there might be one just in here, which means that most of that crap's got to come out. Especially this airbox does. So, all right. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why don't you go with the suction cup things and stick it on here and just boop, pop it out and it'll look fine. Or get a slide hammer and run it through there and just pull the thing out. Problem is, you use a slide hammer, you're drilling holes in, and they don't ever break out evenly. You ever notice somebody driving down the road that's done that? They pull a big dent out, yeah, but now it looks like it's been shot from the inside with a shotgun. So you see some of these dents in here before. Well, I took the bar from the slide hammer. I was just trying to roll it out a bit. This dent used to be a lot deeper, and hopefully I've got a photo I can show you. So what we're going to try to do is get it to come out and look a bit more even than that. And happen to have one of those suction cup things you mentioned, because I've tried this before. So I can set this down so you can see. So at issue, because there's no place for this to suction on here, it's not going to pull a gap or pull air. Or it just won't grip because of all the seams with the dimples, with the dents inside of that. So you can't ever get a good solid grip on here for it to actually pull. And again, a slide hammer will only pull right in. The slide hammer will only pull right there where we impact it from. So unfortunately, this is going to have to come off. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I'm about to learn how with you. Well, good morning, everybody. Day 2 of the fixing the fender panel there, which we're working on. A couple of new rules. Number 1, any project that you start will take at least twice as long as you expect it to. This is known, I should have told you in the beginning, but I just forgot. Sorry about that. The second thing is the weatherman lies. When I was getting ready to do this video and this project, I looked at it. Sunny skies for the whole week, but now we got like a 40% chance of rain. So we've gotten out the marquee, sort of to protect us inside of here. And yeah, back to it. I could twist every one of these with this screwdriver, but I got one of those. I will have to get to the inside one though. Let's talk about these things right there. It's called a push rivet, and they're a bit of a pain in the neck to get into. And you want to go like that and try to grab it, and it just doesn't want to come out. And if you know, when you work on these, they tend to break, right? So how do we get them out of there? Well, we got a couple options. There's actually a specific tool you use, and this little fork piece is designed to go in there. It's meant to catch them and pull them out. Let's see if it'll work. Because you want that pin to come out first. There's actually a metal tool that does this much, much better, which I have in my toolbox in Texas. I don't have here. Remember these? Try that one first. Sorry guys, I'll set you down. These always break. Every single time they break. Ah, finally. So how these things work. There's a pin inside of there that pushes and it expands the outside. So you can see that, so it doesn't want to come out. Now, since these break, and I know they break, you can buy them at Super Cheap or at Wetco or any of your auto parts stores. It's like $6 for a packet of 10 or 10 for a packet of 6 or something like that. It's not the best value for money because you know you're going to break them. So I went online into the interwebs and on Sheen, whatever you say it, where the women get their clothes and stuff. I got a box of these for a hundred of these for $6. Yeah, I spent a little bit of money, got the plain old box on top of it. But if you know you're going to break things, buy those parts in advance. So I'm expecting to break most of these on a 300,000 K GU. If I break them, I break them. If I don't, I don't. But I've got spares if I do.